Good morning, everyone. I'm Shelley Gasky. I'm the Director of School Improvement with the Educational Service Center of Northeast Ohio. It is our pleasure to celebrate with you our annual Excellent in Education Award event, which recognizes students with disabilities, peers, and educators. So I have a few other announcements to make, and I apologize to the individual. They asked me where the restrooms were, and I led them to the kitchen. So whoever that was, I'm so sorry. Take a lot of food home or something, please. So, and speaking of that, we hope that you enjoyed the buffet. Yeah, I feel bad because the restrooms are right to sharp right, okay? So sorry about that. Also, too, there are gift bags at the table, and those are for the award recipients. And a couple of things, too. We have some individuals roaming throughout the audience here taking photos and videos. So we will have this on video, and it'll be shared, I know, on our website. So I want to make sure that you knew that. Let's see what else I have to say. Okay. What I want to do is just leave you with one thought. I had a meeting in Columbus yesterday. I'm driving home, and I'm thinking and doing some reflection. And just leave you with one thought. It says, whatever our students have achieved so far would never have been possible without your relentless endeavor. We are extremely pleased to affirm that the contribution of each and everyone present here has succeeded in making this so. Therefore, we thank you all for having come together and adding more vitality to this ceremony. So thank you all for that. And now at this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Bob Mendrink, the Educational Service Center of Northeast Ohio Superintendent. And welcome to the podium, and Dr. Bob.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. I have a graduation to go to this Sunday, two of them. My granddaughters are graduating. I know I don't look old enough to have granddaughters that are graduating. One is graduating from high school and one from college on the same day, so it's a big event for our family. Now, don't tell them this, but I'm much happier to be here with what we're doing today than their graduations. We expected them to go to college and one to go to high school and graduate, and we knew that was going to happen. But the honors that our peers, students, and educators are getting today is beyond a graduation. It is the recognition of people and families and our organization that says what you're doing is so important. And we're so proud of what you have achieved that we're honoring you today. So parents, teachers, and other people that come here to watch your loved one get an award, feel good about this, because this is not typical. Having a loved one that can do the things that they are doing and being recognized for is a wonderful achievement, and I'm so proud and happy to be here. Literally, this is my favorite event of the year that I can be part of. There will be some tears today, probably from me. I'm that kind of guy. But the work that you're doing is just so great, and it makes me feel good. I'm just happy to be here. Thank you. Don't applaud yet, because I have to introduce three really important people to me, and they're the board members that I work for. So, Chris Kroll, president, is here. Chris, stand up, please. Thank you. Tony Maselli. Bill Morrison. And Carol Fortledge. So I was looking at their names written down because I did not want to mess that up. That would have been bad for me. Thank you for being here.
Okay, next on our program, we have Angie Chappell, and she's going to introduce Jimmy.
Hello. Yeah, hi, I'm Angie, and I'm going to introduce to you Jimmy Lowe. Jimmy is a community inclusion specialist with the County Board of Developmental Disabilities, and he also oversees the Good Life Ambassador program there. And Jimmy has the honor of being able to introduce our guest speakers, Shay and Sharita Taylor, today. So, Jimmy.
Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? Come on, guys. You can do better than that. Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? Okay, that's better. Hello, as Angie said, my name is Jimmy Lowe, and I am a community inclusion specialist for the Cuyahoga County Board of Developmental Disabilities. We at Cuyahoga DD support and empower people with developmental disabilities to live, learn, work, and play in the community. We are the largest organization serving people with developmental disabilities in the county. I've brought resources and literature for people to take with you. The table's in the back there. But I want you to also know that we have some information concerning a newly developed disability inclusion curriculum. It introduces students to disability topics like friendship, inclusion, access, and more. We hope that this curriculum will help children learn how to build and be part of a welcoming community at school and beyond. Please share these resources with students, families, and caregivers that you may encounter. They are, again, located in the back on the table outside the door. I will be at the table after this event today for any questions as well. I've worked at the Cuyahoga County Board of Developmental Disabilities for the past 28 years, and I've served in different capacities. 2 years ago, I started a new role with the Good Life Ambassadors, working with them. And the Good Life Ambassadors program was established in 2016 to provide presentations in the community promoting access and inclusion. Good Life Ambassadors are paid independent contractors and work about 12 hours a month. Their presentations are designed to educate the community both inside and outside the DD system about people with developmental disabilities. They use their lived experiences to provide strategies and tips about inclusion, employment, and the importance of advocacy. Presentations can be in person or virtual, and I probably, and as I say this a lot, have the best job in the county getting to work with these individuals and going out doing presentations. Just this year, we started presenting in some of the schools for kindergarten to 8th grade, we have our Good Life Ambassadors talking about the disability etiquette and inclusion to typical students as well as those that have a disability. We're thinking that the process, if we can educate kids at a younger age as they grow older, it'll be easier. We've come a long ways. I've been in the field for over 40 years, seen lots of changes. Came from the institution, worked in an institution 40 years ago, and again, we've seen lots of changes, and a lot of that has to do with you guys, and I encourage you to keep up the good work. Now, we're here today not for me to stand up here and talk. We're here to celebrate you. So I say to each one of you that will be recognized today, congratulations. Great accomplishment. It's now time for me to introduce the keynote speakers for today, one of which is a Good Life Ambassador. We had 2 Good Life Ambassadors speak last year. I don't know if any of you were here last year, but Grace Blatt and Bree Springer spoke last year. And we have Shay Taylor. She serves also as a Good Life Ambassador, and her twin sister, Sharita. They will be your keynote speakers today. So ladies, come on up.
Hello, everybody. Hi. Good morning. My name is Sharita Taylor, and this is my twin sister, Shay. We are honored to be here this morning and to share with you our autism journey. Most people consider autism to be a disability, but we consider autism to be our superpower. Autism has been the impetus for us living an amazing and rewarding life. It has given us opportunities and taken us places we never would have experienced if we were neurotypical. We have had our share of challenges along the way, but we have been blessed with the support of many people along our journey who have encouraged us and lifted us up, giving us room to spread our wings and at the same time being there to catch us if we fall. Their impact on our lives has given us the courage and confidence to live our best lives.
So we were born prematurely and had significant developmental delays. We spent 11 months in a pediatric rehab hospital from 1.5 to 2.5 years old, receiving physical, occupational, and speech therapy. The psychologists over there told our parents that we were severely retarded, we would never be able to function in a classroom, and labeled us group home material. Luckily, our parents didn't believe her, nor did they ever listen to her. Shortly after being discharged, we started attending the Cuyahoga County Board of DD preschool program. We continued our education in the Cleveland Public Schools, attending Douglas MacArthur, Clara Westrop, then Jane Addams Business Career Center for high school, graduating in 2009. We were very fortunate that at each school we attended, we had a lot of great teachers who were very supportive, encouraged us along the way, and helped us to believe that we are capable of doing anything we set our minds to.
In grade school, Shay was really fascinated with bees and beehives.
I still am, though.
I wanted to learn everything about the weather and the different kinds of clouds, and I thought I would become a meteorologist someday. Our teachers developed lesson plans so we could explore the things that interested us. When we were about 7 years old, we saw Mrs. Longwell writing in cursive, and we really wanted to learn how to do that. She thought we were too young to learn it, but we kept bugging her, so she gave in and taught it to us.
Hey, Sharita, do you remember when she taught us Roman numerals? We were so fascinated with it, we started changing all of our math worksheets to Roman numerals.
Yeah, that really drove her crazy. One day in first grade, the light reflecting off the clock in the classroom startled me, and I became afraid of it. This expanded to everything that reflected light, like the floors in the hallways and the stainless steel refrigerators in the cafeteria. My teacher covered the clock with paper and would let me walk down the hall holding her arm with my eyes closed. Other students would get my lunch for me. Each day in the classroom, she would tear a small piece of the paper off the clock and ask me if I was okay with it. It took several months to uncover the clock. During this time, my teacher was always patient with me, never pushed me to go faster, and never made me feel ashamed about being afraid. Because of her kindness and understanding, I overcame my fears. Towards the end of 5th grade, our mom brought us to the middle school to meet the special ed teacher. Recognizing our love for learning new things, Mrs. Maslock decided to have us all in regular ed classes with an aide right from the start of 6th grade. Our mom was nervous about this since an attempt to mainstream us for just one class in 4th grade failed when the regular ed teacher kept screaming at the other kids in the class, which would make us cry. Then she would apologize to us and ask us if we wanted to go back to our classroom, insinuating that this wasn't where we belonged. We eventually stopped trying.
So Mrs. Maslock thought that starting in regular ed, when a lot of the students were new to the school, would help us fit in. Since she didn't know which classes we would be successful in, she wanted us to try them all out, and she would pull us back to her room for any classes that weren't working out. We surprised everyone by staying in all of the classes except science. Mrs. Maslock gave her lunch break every day so that we could have lunch with her and talk about how things were going. So even though she wasn't teaching us directly, She stayed on top of everything we were doing to make sure we were successful. Having these supports gave us the confidence to try new things.
We continue to be supported in our academic journey by both special ed and regular ed teachers. In 11th grade, we started attending regular classes without an aide. We were both on the honor roll in high school, and I graduated in the top 10 of our class. Another superpower that we attribute to our autism is our natural musical abilities. We both have perfect pitch and could always harmonize with each other when we sing. One day when we were 4 years old, our mom was driving us to preschool. We were singing a song from Aladdin. When we finished the song, one of us said to the other, "Let's sing that again, but this time I'll take the melody, you take the harmony, and we'll sing it in A minor." And our mom just looked at us like, "What?" And she told us, "How do you know what A minor is?" And we just shrugged and sang it in the key. In grade school, we were asked to sing the national anthem at several school assemblies. Since then, singing the anthem has become our thing. We've sung the anthem at several Special Olympics competitions, 4 Cleveland Indians games, a Lake County Captains game, and more recently, the U.S. Adult Figure Skating National Championships, and the Cleveland Skating Club's annual ice show. We are also going to be singing at a Cleveland Guardians game this summer.
So when we were in middle school, we wanted to learn how to play the musical instruments. The music teacher said he never taught instruments to special ed kids and was very reluctant to include us. Our teacher and our mom eventually pushed us to give us the chance, so he had us join a group of other students trying out for lessons. He would play 2 notes on the piano and ask if the first or second note was higher. If you couldn't answer correctly, you would not be able to take lessons. He was amazed when we not only knew the note that was higher, but were also able to notes he was playing. Then he decided to challenge us more by playing chords. When we were able to name them all, he signed us up for lessons. Sharita learned to play the violin, and I played the flute. And ever since then, we picked up playing the piano, the guitar, the harmonica. We also sing in our church choir, and we perform in a band with our dad and his friend Matt. Another great opportunity we had because of our autism was becoming Special Olympics athletes. We started out in the Learn to Skate program as 4 years old. When we were really afraid of falling at first, and so we started out sitting out on the ice playing games with beanbags and stuffed animals. After a while, and with a lot of encouragement from the coaches, we were brave enough to stand up on the ice. It was slow going at first, but eventually we learned to figure skate. Since then, we've competed in many regional and state competitions. We also compete in bowling, and we used to golf and compete in track and field.
In 2017, I had the honor of representing the USA in the Special Olympics World Winter Games in Austria, where I won a bronze medal in figure skating. Just before going to Austria, I went to Houston, Texas for Radio Row. Radio Row is an event that takes place every year leading up to the Super Bowl. It's held in a huge facility similar to the IX Center, and there are hundreds of TV and radio shows from around the world set up to interview people and record their shows. There were a lot of football players and other famous athletes and celebrities there. I got to hang out with actress Brooklyn Decker, who is an ambassador for Special Olympics. The two of us teamed up to promote Special Olympics. Together, We did 35 interviews in 2 days. I met several football players, got to try on a Super Bowl ring, and had my picture taken holding the Super Bowl trophy. Then it was back home to continue training for Austria.
So going to Austria was an amazing experience. This was not only my first time traveling to Europe, out of state and overseas, but it was also my first time flying on a plane. While we were there, we got to meet other athletes from all over the world and made lots of friends that we still keep in touch with. One of my favorite things during that trip was when Sharita and I were being interviewed by Robin Roberts of Good Morning America. Robin gave a shout out to LeBron James and told him that we were fellow athletes from Cleveland. LeBron tweeted back, "It's nice to see Cleveland being represented. Good luck," with the hashtag Strive for Greatness.
Besides competing at World Games, 2 of my favorite memories from Austria are when our team visited a castle and we met the Prince of Liechtenstein. And Liechtenstein is where it's east of Austria, and it's a little country. I asked the prince if I could take a selfie with him. A photographer took a picture of us taking the selfie, and it ended up in the local newspaper the next day. My other favorite memory was watching a parade. There was an Oompa band performing, and the leader of the band saw me standing on the side of the road clapping to the beat of the music. He came over and put his hat on my head, gave me his staff, and let me lead the band down the street. That was so cool. I have such great memories from that trip. When we returned home from Austria, the fun continued. I received an honorary ESP award, and I was named one of Cleveland's most interesting people by Cleveland Magazine. I've also skated in Harvard University's An Evening with Champions ice show for 3 years.
So Special Olympics has given us many other opportunities to travel, meet new people, and be a part of something really cool. So when Special Olympics partnered with United Airlines, our family was invited to Chicago, Illinois, to take part in the announcement festivities. Sharita and I were also invited to Los Angeles to be on a panel of Special Olympics athletes talking to United Airlines employees about ways they can make air travel easier for people with disabilities. While we were in LA, they told us we were going to attend a figure skating clinic at a local rink. So when we got there and put our skates on, Nathan Chen, the Olympic gold medalist, walked in to surprise us. We got to ice skate with him, and he gave us each one of his skate blades with his name engraved on it. Really cool. So Nathan showed us around the training facility where he and several other Olympic skaters train, and we had lunch together. Back at home, we continue to represent Special Olympics through the Athlete Leadership Program, and we attend many events and trainings throughout the state.
After high school, Shay and I started our working careers in job enclaves. In a job enclave, people with disabilities work closely with a supervisor who oversees their work and helps them resolve issues. After several years of working on job skills, we eventually moved into competitive employment. I'm currently a cashier at the Home Depot, and Shay is a cashier at Mark's. We both work 12 hours a week, which is just enough with everything else we are doing. There is an advocacy group for people with disabilities called People First. They established a new chapter in Cuyahoga County last year, and I became their first president. The purpose of the group is to help the members speak up for themselves and to improve their lives. We meet twice a month on Zoom and occasionally meet in person at the county library. We invite speakers to our meetings who help us learn how to advocate for ourselves. The group is open to anyone with a developmental disability. We currently have about 20 members who attend regularly. We hope to expand the group and to have more in-person activities in the future.
So as Jimmy has told me, I am a Good Life ambassador, and I have been for the past 3 years. And the Good Life ambassadors are adults with disabilities who give presentations to community groups. We share our perspectives and personal experiences to help create disability acceptance. We give tips for interacting with people with disabilities and talk about the importance of equity and inclusion in the workplace. I have given several presentations to groups of students, teachers, and therapists. I've also presented to nurses and doctors at the Cleveland Clinic and to guest services staff for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I really enjoy sharing my experiences and being a part of the inclusion revolution. In our spare time, we enjoy participating in a group called Friends Forever. This group has almost 200 members. We go bowling every week. We have a lot of parties and banquets where we play bingo, sing karaoke, or just have a blast hanging out with friends and dancing to the music of a DJ. We also go to Guardians and Cavs games and have picnics in the summer.
As much as we enjoy being a part of all these activities, getting to and from all of them has been a real challenge. Our parents would drive us to most events, but there have been several opportunities that we missed out on because they couldn't get us there. Most transportation companies that provide rides need their clients to be on a set schedule. We'd been asking our support administrator for years about getting access to alternative transportation options for people with varying schedules. We were so happy when Uber vouchers became available. Our vouchers get us to and from work and to many other events when the rents aren't available to drive us. As you can see, there have been many people who chose to contribute to our ability to live our good lives. Family, friends, teachers, coaches, mentors, and coworkers, just to name a few. I'm sure many of you have been that person for someone. That's why we're here, to celebrate you and to recognize the wonderful ways you have helped others to live their good life.
When you had the choice to look the other way and ignore someone or offer a smile and a kind gesture, you chose to smile. When you had the choice to roll your eyes at someone struggling with a project or to acknowledge their hard work and try to help them, you chose to help. When you had the choice to make snide comments or even make fun of someone or to be empathetic and compassionate, you chose compassion. And when you had the choice to raise your voice at someone struggling with their behaviors or to show patience and redirect them, you chose patience.
It is most often the small things that have the biggest impact. Thank you for all the times you did the small things, because everyone deserves to be happy and to live their good life. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations.
And I have the worst job ever that I have to follow them. Well, thank you so much, Shay and Sharita. And you are examples of living the good life. So thank you so much for that. And I have to say that, I've experienced Shay and Sharita in lots of different ways. If you don't know me, my son's a figure skater too, which is how I came in contact with them. And I've seen them skate, I've watched them. If you ever want to see them, come out to Winterhurst, that's where they are. I have watched them perform the national anthem. They're fantastic. And so it was just wonderful to be able to see them from a distance and now to be able to hear you here. This is my first time actually hearing you guys speak like this. This was fantastic. So thank you so much for your inspirational words. It was wonderful. Okay, so thank you. And so now we're going to move on to the awards presentation piece of our day. So as your names are called, the nominees are going to come up. You'll receive your certificate. If you could, as you get that, turn towards the audience. You'll have a picture taken. After the event is over, we'll have a time for you to be able to have some group photos with your district. Okay? So I would like to now introduce Elizabeth Bondi, another one of our SST3 consultants. And she's going to present the awards for the 2024 Outstanding Student Achievement recipients.
Okay. Thank you, Angie. The purpose of this award is to recognize, celebrate, and honor students with disabilities and acknowledge their outstanding achievements, both academic and non-academic. So I will start calling out the names. First, we have Catherine Anderson. Catherine is from Bay Village City Schools and is a senior at Bay Village High School. We're going to go over here. Here, Catherine. We're going to come over here. Okay. Isaiah Carabello. Isaiah is from, oh, sorry. Go on. Isaiah is from Lakewood City Schools and is an 11th grade student at Lakewood High School. He's unable to be here with us today. Lisa Bruning from Lakewood City Schools is accepting on his behalf. Demarian Coleman. Demarian is from Brooklyn City Schools and is completing his senior year at Brooklyn High School. Juan Cause. Juan is from Beechwood City Schools and is an 8th grader at Beechwood Middle School. Here, we're going to get a picture taken. Cameron Dalrymple. Cameron is from Independence Local Schools and attends Independence Middle School. Sophia Fulmer. Sophia is from Cuyahoga Heights City Schools and is a 7th grade student at Cuyahoga Heights Middle School. All right. Perry Hale. Perry is from Maple Heights City Schools and attends Maple Heights High School. You're welcome. Congratulations. Luke Largent. Luke is from Olmsted Falls City Schools and is a second grader at Falls Lennox Primary School. Chase Alexander Powell. Hi. Chase is from Excel Schools and is a student at Broadway Academy at Willow. Chris Stanton. Chris is from North Olmsted City Schools and attends North Olmsted High School. All right. Congratulations to our 2024 Outstanding Student Achievement recipients. I would now like to introduce Candace Metzel, an SST3 consultant who will be presenting our 2024 Outstanding Peer Achievement recipients.
So good morning, everybody, and thank you, Elizabeth. So the purpose of this award is to recognize and celebrate and honor student peers who have established meaningful relationships and have been exemplary role models for the others. Our first student is Ella Adkins. Ella is from Olmsted Falls Schools and attends Olmsted Falls High School. Okay, next is David Colon. David is from Brooklyn City Schools, and he is a fifth grader at Brooklyn School. Okay, next we have Casey Conte, and Casey is from Cuyahoga Heights City Schools, and she is a senior at Cuyahoga Heights High School. Next, we have Anaya Franklin. Anaya is from Lakewood City Schools, and she is in the first grade at Horace Mann Elementary School. Okay, next we have Julie Grzinczyk. Julia is from Independence Local Schools and is a sixth grader at Independence Middle School. Okay, and finally we have Charlie Shuck. Charlie is from North Olmsted City Schools and attends North Olmsted High School. Okay, I want to congratulate all of our 2024 Outstanding Peer Achievement recipients. And I'd like to introduce my colleague Kathy Gilson, who is an SST3 consultant, and she'll be presenting our 2024 Outstanding Educator Achievement recipients.
Thank you, Candace. And the purpose of this award is to recognize, celebrate, and honor educators, including administrators, general education teachers, special education teachers, intervention specialists, and related services staff who have provided exemplary instructional strategies and creative programming that promotes educational results for students with disabilities. The first person on my list is Haley Browning. Haley is from Olmsted Falls City Schools and teaches at Falls Lennox Primary School. Next is Mandy Fleming. Mandy is from Lakewood City Schools and is an educator at Lincoln Elementary School. LaDonna Foster Settles. LaDonna is from Excel Schools and is a special education teacher at Broadway Academy at Willow. Next, Katie Hawk. Katie is from Strongsville City Schools and is the principal at Whitney Elementary School. The next recipient is Mark Howdeshell. Mark is from Beechwood City Schools and is part of the Beechwood Bison Pupil Services Team. I'd like to introduce Christelle Kelly. Christelle is from the Excel Schools and is an instructor at the Cleveland Arts and Social Sciences Academy. Matt Murphy. Matt is from North Olmsted City Schools and is an educator at Maple Elementary School. Shamar Peterson. Shamar is from Maple Heights City Schools and is a teacher at Barack Obama Elementary School. Jordan Pressman. Jordan is from Excel Schools and teaches at STEAM Academy of Warrensville Heights. Stephanie Roberts. Stephanie is from Independence Local Schools and is a general educator at the primary school. Elizabeth Turnage. Elizabeth is from Excel Schools and is an educator at Lincoln Park Academy. Patricia Volk. Patricia is from Brooklyn City Schools and is a classroom assistant at Brooklyn School. Lindsay Wisniewski. Lindsay is from Cuyahoga Heights City Schools and is an intervention specialist at Cuyahoga Heights Middle School. And last but not least, Colleen Young. Colleen is from Cleveland Heights University Heights Schools and is an intervention specialist at Garrity Elementary School and the preschool. So I know. Congratulations to the 2024 Outstanding Educator Achievement recipients. I would like to introduce Kara Walter, an SST3 consultant, who will introduce our final awards.
Thank you, Elizabeth, Candace, and Kathy. And I'd just like to take a second to say thank you to all of our award winners today. I know everybody works so hard, and it is just so nice to see so many good humans in one room. So I do appreciate all the work that everybody does. We have two more awards to share this morning, the R.A. Horn and the Franklin B. Walter Awards. These two recipients will represent our region at the virtual 2024 Walter Horn Burley Award ceremony presented by the Ohio Coalition for the Education of Children with Disabilities in collaboration with the Ohio Department of Education's Office of Exceptional Children in June. That was a mouthful. I practiced that a few times and I still had to go really slow. I would like to introduce Michelle Gasky, the SST3 director, who will present the 2024 R.A. Horn Outstanding Student Achievement Award.
Thank you, Care. The 2024 R.A. Horn Outstanding Achievement Award recipient from State Support Team for Region 3 is Catherine Anderson from Bay Village City Schools, Bay Village High School. Let's go around. Go around this way. We'll take a picture. Catherine Anderson's senior year has been one for the history books. Her hard work and dedication have made a difference for Bay High School and the Bay Village community. She overachieves and takes on new challenges with grace and intentionality. She fills the Bay High hallways and community with determination, effort, and smiles. The learning opportunities and smiles Catherine brings to Bay High School are immeasurable. She has a knack for bringing out the best in people. She has a zest for life and is willing to try new activities. She exemplifies integrity, kindness, and self-discipline each day. Catherine takes her studies seriously, never missing a deadline. She takes pride and responsibility in her work. These traits earn her acceptance into the Career and Community Studies program at Kent State University. Not only is Catherine a shining star in the classroom, but she is also active in extracurricular activities. She is a 4-year PAL, which is Peer Assistance in Learning, and PAL links general education students with peers who have disabilities. These planned activities occur in the community. Catherine devotes weekends and evenings to activities. Catherine is also an active Youth Philanthropy Foundation, which is YPF, member. She plans volunteer activities with peers for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. The team raised $7,000 in the fall. Somehow, Catherine finds time to participate in athletics. She is a 4-year member of the varsity swimming team. Her endurance and growth over the past 4 years is impressive. The grueling swim practices are a strong indicator of her determination and perseverance. In February, Catherine earned the State Farm Brad Larson Athlete of the Month award. She is a wonderful teammate who works hard in practice every day and gives her best effort. Congratulations to Catherine Anderson, the recipient of the 2024 R.A. Horn Outstanding Achievement Award presented by the State Support Team for Region 3. Okay, as Dr. Bob mentioned about the tears, they're starting over here on this podium. Okay, at this time I would like to introduce Dr. Lindsay Slater, who is the Assistant Director with the State Support Team for Region 3, who will introduce our 2024 Franklin B. Walter Outstanding Educator Award. Thank you.
Good morning and congratulations again to all the award recipients. So I have the pleasure of introducing the 2024 Franklin B. Walter Outstanding Educator Award recipient from State Support Team Region 3 to Patricia Volk from Brooklyn City Schools, Brooklyn School. Mrs. Volk has great empathy and understanding for the needs, struggles, and successes students with disabilities experience. This understanding is due to both her experience in working with students with disabilities, as well as her experience as a parent of a child with special needs. Everything she does in the classroom and out is to better the lives of her students. Mrs. Volk has the patience and adaptability to meet the specific needs of students, which allows her to keep a positive attitude. She stays apprised of up-to-date methods and strategies used in special education and often guides other classroom assistants to use these techniques with their students. She is an example that other classroom assistants should follow. Mrs. Volk also has a very keen awareness of the cultural backgrounds and identities of our students and greatly assists in creating an inclusive and culturally responsive environment. Because of Mrs. Volk's many years working with students with varying degrees of need, she has gained insight and knowledge of the uniqueness of every student. She is sensitive to their requirements and strives to make accommodations that fit their needs. Mrs. Volk has studied the diagnoses of her students to better understand the students and the behaviors they exhibit. She goes above and beyond to better their education by finding valuable programs and tools to help them be successful. She understands that her connection does not end when the student walks out the door, and she has created opportunities for our kids where there were none. Now I'm getting chills reading your bio here. Mrs. Volk ensures that her students have access to necessary student supports, such as speech therapy or occupational therapy, to address their individual needs and maximize their potential. She founded Brooklyn Buddy Club, our community's buddy program, which connects past and present students with disabilities with typical peers through various activities, including basketball and swimming at no cost to the families. Brooklyn Buddy Club is often the only time these students can participate in an organized sport. Mrs. Volk volunteers at every Buddy Club event. By demonstrating high expectations and providing tailored support, Mrs. Volk empowers students with special needs to reach their goals and fulfill their potential. So join me in congratulating Patricia Volk, the recipient of the 2024 Franklin B. Walter Outstanding Educator Award. Congratulations. So again, if we can just have another round of applause for all the award winners this morning. Thank you. As a final parting to our award ceremony today, I'm sure, just as I was, you were inspired by Sharita and Shay's message this morning and all the amazing opportunities and work that they've done. So I would like to present our keynote speakers. So if you'd please come back up with a token of our appreciation. So this one is for Sharita. There's a plaque for you, and Shay, you as well. And I'm sure that we want to get pictures, so we'll go on this side. And just thank you again for being here and being ambassadors for the Good Life.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So the last thing, I'd like to just turn it back over to Dr. Bob Mendrink, our superintendent, and he's going to share some closing thoughts.
Thank you, Lindsay. Shay and Sharita, you guys are awesome. Was I right about this being a wonderful day? I can't tell you how much I enjoy this. So thank you all for being here. Thank you to all the recipients, Shay and Sharita. Thanks so much for giving your time and all the work that you do and how awesome you guys are. So a lot of people are involved in putting this together. Lindsay and Shelley, would you two stand up first? I'm going to introduce the rest of the staff as well. So I run the ESC, but my job was to do what Lindsay and Shelley and Teresa and a few others tell me to do. They said basically, put a suit on, tie, stand up, say something nice, and then sit down. That's the extent of my involvement, other than a few tears during this performance, these recognitions, and really feeling good about the rest of the weekend as I was able to be part of this. But this took a lot of work, and there are a number of people I could name individually, but really what I'd like to do, because I don't want to miss anyone, I'd like all the SST staff to stand up right now that are here present. All of you. Thank you all. You make me proud to be part of this organization. And to all of you, please have a wonderful weekend, be safe, and thanks so much for being here.